our last episode, we were heading to Laos.
And we took a bus, like an old stylish bus from, I would say, 60s, from Chiang Rai to the border of Laos, to the Friendship Bridge. Well, we had to start very early in the morning, around 6 o'clock, I guess, and the bus, well, we entered the bus and it was quite full, actually. And of course the doors were open because still a passenger came into the bus, and we thought obviously he will close the door when we go on, and he did not. Well, after half an hour, I guess, I was quite cold already. He finally managed to close the door and we could safely arrive at the border of Laos.
So many times in Southeast Asia you have the feeling something is not going to work out.
Yeah.
But in the end it always works out somehow, and everything looks disorganized, but in this chaos there is always a kind of a structure.
Because we are explaining this because we had no idea how we actually will travel within Laos, and of course we planned to take a boat on the Mekong River, but we had no booking.
We booked the trip at the Thai border with an agent, and we gave this agent the money cash, and we received a piece of paper hoping that this will be a valid ticket on the other side of the border in Laos. And to our surprise, it was actually a real ticket and everything was okay.
If you enter Laos, you have to get a visa. And as a Swiss or as European, you usually have to pay $25. However, we as Swiss, we went there and we expected that he will say something like, okay, please give me the money and then I give you the stamp. And then he just saw the red passport and said, okay, go through. And then we were like, what's going on? And even the guide said he cannot really understand what's going on. But you get, as a Swiss citizen, you get a free visa for 14 days as of 2009. That's what we experienced at the border. We took the minibus to the Mekong River to do the boarding on the ship, and then I would say one of the most beautiful hours in my life started. I really enjoyed the trip on the Mekong River. It was very chilly atmosphere.
Our boat was actually, I would say, a luxury boat. There were much cheaper cruises that could be booked, and we booked one that was more like a private boat for around 15 people. No backpackers anywhere except for us. And it was more people between 50 and...
Above 60, let's say it like this.
Between 50 and 70.
Okay.
And but very nice people, so we got to spend 2 days with them. It's a 2 days cruise until Luang Prabang. We make a few stops on the way. One of the stops was on the first day in the afternoon. stopping in a small village. It was not a very nice experience, just because you feel really awkward going there. There are really poor people living there, and I felt like in a human zone, to be honest. And I'm quite critical about that stop. The only thing that reassured me is that they support the villages with money, which can be very useful for these people because they're really poor.
I mean, we saw a couple of families living there in the village itself. As I remember, there live around 250 people, about 20 families living there. And what impressed me is that, I mean, this is really, I think, how people lived in Europe 500 years ago. The huts, the houses were very basic. There were no proper sanitary installations. Yeah, I tried to find out how the villages works. The guide explained quite a bit. Actually, these are very small and independent communities. Of course, they get a little bit support of the state. They even have their own schools. They also have, it's not a hospital, of course, but when we were there were two people giving vaccination for small kids. But you could clearly see that these people lack of education. Also, I mean, all the kids, they were very dirty, and during some further discussion with our guide, he said that they work on several programs in all these rural areas in Laos, just to teach them how hygiene works, basic hygiene.
Let's do a grimace.
The trip continued down the Mekong River, and there was one stop in the middle in a village called
Pakpeng.
I found paradise. I couldn't believe how nice the garden was. They had quite a big vegetable garden full of beds, full of fresh vegetables. And at that time when we arrived, the sun went down, and it was just, I really enjoyed that moment. It was so nice.
He had tears in his eyes.
Yeah, I don't know, I cannot explain.
Interesting to know that we are now in the dry season, so the Mekong is really low, and when it's gonna rain in April or May, the Mekong will go up by 8 to 10 meters, so this whole garden will disappear underwater.
True.
And basically all the villages and everything is built in a way that it can allow the Mekong to go up without destroying any buildings. And then we took the boat again, going on the second day of our trip in the direction of Luang Prabang. During this morning, we visited another village specialized in scarf making. They had many products on sale, so everyone was trying to sell us something, and including the whole, like really the whole family, the grandmother, the mother, the granddaughter, was really everyone selling scarves, and they were also making the scarves on spot. So it was nice to see that this village, in comparison to the other one, had a real specialization and doing really nice handicrafts.
This village is much more developed. I think they even had electricity and even cars or motorbikes to go to work. And but still, I mean, all the animals were running around: pigs, chickens, whatever animal you can imagine. It was quite astonishing to see that again.
They use this special technique called slash and burn, which means actually cutting everything that is on one parcel and burning it and then planting again. and it's very much, all the villages are very much based on agriculture, and of course the Mekong has its richness as well, so many people are fishing and also using the river as a way of transportation. So you could see people going to work, people transporting stuff. It's like a motorway, but on water.
And on the water you could also see some speedboats. We were on a slow boat, so they go slow and it goes about 80 kilometers per hour. And we heard stories that people die because it's so dangerous.
The second stop was at the Pak Cave, which is a several century old worship place along the Mekong with more than 3,000 or 4,000 Buddha sculptures stuck in two small caves. Very touristy again, everyone stops there, and also there are some day trips from Luang Prabang coming here, so but it's quite an interesting place to see. We shouldn't use this word interesting, we use it way too often. But then it only took half an hour or 40 minutes to get to Luang Prabang and to finish these beautiful 2 days.